Monsanto has to go. Just say no to GMO. Monsanto has to go.
My name is Joe Kopsik, and I give permission to Disclose TV to post this on the forum. Do you have any particular questions for me?
No, you can give me your overall thoughts on what's happening in today's world, perhaps, on the GMO?
Well, I can't say I'm all too educated on the topic, but I first became aware of what Monsanto's been doing about maybe 4 or 5 years ago when I watched the documentary Food Aid. And I think that like intellectual property has changed. I think that the situation with cross-pollination, the spreading of seed on neighboring small farmers' property by Monsanto and declaring it illegal if that crop accidentally grows and if farmers didn't even know if Monsanto seed was in their crops. I would liken that to just kind of forced childbirth, but an illegalized forced childbirth. You wouldn't do that to a human being. Why would you do that to a land or to a people and to the land of a people?
Many big businesses today.
So yeah, I think it has a lot in common with the idea of intellectual property, which is that if you don't want people to profit off of your property, your intellectual property, you shouldn't spread it around all over the place. Like if you don't want people to, if you want to, you copyright your writing. If you don't want people to steal your ideas, but if you put that information out there, like on a blog, and say and try to copyright a blog post, you're just externalizing your responsibility to aggress against people who would take your really shared ideas and profit off of them. And you're forcing the police to be responsible for a threat that you're making against someone who you share ideas with. And so I think Monsanto is doing the same thing by spreading a seed, germinating a seed, likely a seed of knowledge onto a neighboring person's property. And I think people need to be more careful about how they spread their property around and how they should take responsibility instead of getting the police to do it for them. Take responsibility to threaten people into basically, and I kind of got off track there.
Okay.
I think you got the gist of it.
My name is William Greendeer. I'm a Ho-Chunk Tribal Deer Clan member. Basically talking a lot about what's going on with the sand mines in Wisconsin. I really kind of sad about watching mines that took over around my home territory up by Tillamook. I live off County Highway N, or that's where I grew up. And I've seen the mines just like the woods I used to walk in. They were decimated. They clawed the trees down. They started plants, and I used to walk in these woods. And now I basically have to have permission in order to even go near the woods. And the guards, you have to show picture ID, and they're I can't believe that I have to find permission in order to walk in the woods I grew up in. And there's a lot of things I'm really kind of sad about seeing all the sand going out. I've seen the roads get tore up, and the sand mines aren't taking care of the roads. Basically, the townships are taking care of the roads. Basically, they just kind of go in, look for people that don't have no zoning. They offer a lot of money. It's nice to have a couple of jobs, but that's all they have is a couple of jobs. Everything's pretty much automated. So the truck drivers are shipped in from other states, so they get sick, they go back home. So nobody sees what really happens at these mines. Silica dust is so fine, they actually can get into your lungs. It can actually give you COPD, asthma. It can give you mild heart attacks. And then not only that, they're stockpiling the sand right now. And when they stockpile the sand, their chemicals are actually seeping into the ground because the sand that they're cleaning with their polyacrylamides and these other chemicals to clean the sand is just sitting on top of the ground. They're saying, well, they should let it ship into a pond, a holding pond. The holding pond is actually, well, the DNR is saying hopefully the water will mix with the clay. reduce a layer in order to keep it from seeping. It's not. It's actually going into the water table. And along with, right now there's 2 Ho-Chunk families that don't have water because their water was tested and they found pesticides and other stuff in it, or chemicals, actually not pesticides, chemicals in it. They can't even drink water. And right now in the state of Wisconsin, 2 years ago, 3 years ago now, 2011, there was only 16 mines in the state. Right now we've got a total of about 156 mines, and that's growing fast. It's the rail lines were actually funded by a company out of St. Louis who bought the rail company. Koch brothers were supporting that. So basically, they're the ones that it's amazing how the state also ended up with more money for rails in Monroe County now, which is where I grew up. And I'm really amazed at all this. The tribal members are so close to the mines. I'm trying to get a little bit of awareness out there because of what is going on with the mines. The fugitive dust, it's actually the dust that comes off the trucks, the dust that during loading, when they're washing it, is blowing. It can move up a mile and a half real easy. It's a regular coarse sand dust is like about this size, and what happens is the silica dust is like that size. That size. I mean, that's really like they only test for 0.4, 2.5 actually can go into you and cause all these things and even get into your brain, and that's scary. You know, just. Okay.
My name is Ryan Freilich. I give Disclose TV permission to use this video. I'm here today to raise awareness for GMOs, genetically modified organisms. The petitions going to the government right now from the citizens of the U.S. aren't being heard. The overwhelming support is to seek further approval of, to seek further research of the approvals being done. The corporations right now are funding the approvals, and that's the only scientific research that's being heard and the only research being done. That should change. Both viewpoints should be analyzed scientifically before the approvals are given.